So a few videos ago I made a joke about faking orgasms and it ended up receiving a lot of hate from the hunting community, and the most irrelevant reaction I saw was, "How about you?" Wait, actually the most irrelevant reaction I saw was, "This is why we hate women," which just boggles me because if a guy faked an orgasm and I found out, my first reaction would most likely not be hatred. Like, I can't anticipate being bitter towards someone because they didn't acquire a cornucopia of happy hormones. It's like if I sold someone bum weed and then I was the one mad. But I guess men are just mad about the lying part, but also men sometimes just assume they're being lied to even when they're not. Like, once this guy at a bar asked for my number and I was telling him and he goes, "Wow, seriously, you're gonna lie to me and give me a fake phone number that's 15 digits long?" And I was like, "Phone number? I'm telling you my body count." But anyway, I think if men faked orgasms more, it would be a milestone. You know, we always talk about the orgasm gap between men and women, and we think the way to solve it is to help women achieve more orgasms, but if we just make men achieve less, it also closes the gap. I just think it would be such a sign of progress if a man just packed it up early and sucked it up to be polite. It would be, dare I say, chivalrous. Anyway, the second most irrelevant comment was, "How about you shave your arms before speaking?" And I thought, how about I shave my arms while speaking because my schedule's tighter than your dad's before he went on the down low. There's this narrative out there in the woke world that if you change your appearance or get work done, it's because you're being operated by the male gaze. And I just want to make it clear that that is 100% true. Like, if my getting implants does not directly correlate to an increase in men letting me order dessert at the Olive Garden, Brazilian butt lifts is getting 1 star on Yelp from this incel. But yeah, when I try to look attractive, it is most certainly not for myself. You know what I do for myself? I cut my bangs. And you can tell I do it for me because it doesn't look good. Literally everything else I do is for men and the male gaze. When I'm shopping for strappy shoes, I consider whether a man will be able to take these off me easily without feeling like he's mentally handicapped. When I search for apartment rentals, I think, are these ceilings too tall? Will a potential hookup feel short and want to overcompensate by wheelbarrowing me? I just feel like it's my job to look out for men in these ways. I know we all want to pretend that gender is just a social construct, but at the end of the day, I don't know what a social construct means. And I just think we should acknowledge that there are certain things that women are better at and there are certain things that men are better at. For instance, women are better at caring for and supporting men, and men are just naturally better at killing us. We always talk about how there needs to be more women in leadership and STEM, but we also need more women in murder. It's time to lean in, ladies. They may call you bossy or a ball buster. They may tell you to get back in the kitchen, and you go there because that's where you keep the knives. I just think we need to hold on to values more because in this generation's pursuit of progress, we've lost so much respect for one another and ourselves. Call me old-fashioned or regressive even, but I'm honestly just a long skirt, ask my dad for his blessing, and Jim Crow kind of girl, and I'm sorry if that doesn't make me like a feminist. It is just becoming so incredibly difficult to find a good-hearted person to date when you're a shitty person. I just thought that opposites attract, but lately I've been courted by men who are the spinning image of me. Like the other night, this guy and I were having a really great time at dinner, really connecting, and we wanted to keep the night going, except we were just getting so tired. And very sleepily, he goes, "Okay, full disclosure, I slipped something in your drink." And I was like, "Oh my god, I slipped something in your drink." And he was like, "No way." And I was like, "How about we cut to the chase? You give me your wallet and I give you a handy before we both pass out and end up in Tijuana." But anyway, I think a big reason our culture is rejecting gender expectations is because a lot of it feels very judgmental. The key, however, is just to not let it faze you. For example, I used to be very offended when guys would judge me for my astronomical body count. But instead of taking it personally, I just started to lie. But you don't want to just lie and tell him any number. You want to tailor it to his expectations. So what you want to do is ask him what his number is first, and let's call that number n. So you take n and divide by 2, then divide by 2 again. Then subtract 19, the amendment that gave us the right to vote. Then add 13, the amount of years Ruth Bader Ginsburg served on the Supreme Court. Then subtract 45, the election that Hillary lost. Then add 88, the atomic number of radium discovered by Marie Curie. Finally, take that number and multiply by 0, and then you got yourself the perfect body count to tell guys.